Without a doubt, firm's probably the word. It came right at the end of the Q&A session. These were strong words. He was obviously a man on a mission yesterday. Tapering is not tightening. The economy would tank. We've never heard him say something like that before, and there's obviously a clear bias to keep rates low. He's repeated that often. And that line from July 11th on Wednesday just last week, highly accommodative monetary policy for the foreseeable future, that's what the US economy needs. He repeated that once again, and I think this time he really got his message across, Manus.
John, look, unlike other or previous testimonies and speeches, you've got to say that the market reaction was actually moderately subdued this time around, wasn't it?
Yeah, Manus, I mean, let's be clear about this. The market's had a while to digest this. They've had since May 22nd. Bernanke himself has had the opportunity to really refine his message. The issue was that the focus on the market was on the end game. The question mark was there. Was this the first step on the road to tightening, the raising of interest rates? And that's one of the reasons we got these big market moves. PIMCO put this really well yesterday. They were speaking to our US colleagues. They said Bernanke has been trying to be very clear about the journey, but the market, well, they've only been interested in the destination. And, of course, investors will want to get ahead of the curve, and that is the fundamental difference, the difference in perception that's been really causing that volatility. And I think we've started to move beyond that point now, Manus.
John, look, one last question. He pushed back hard on the impression that the Federal Reserve may tighten policy. But is it fair to say he didn't completely dismiss the possibility that they would rein in stimulus? He still mentioned, you know, later this year. He's still focused on that term.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, Manus. I mean, Goldman Sachs have picked up on this point too. He did not significantly push back on expectations that tapering would begin in the next few meetings. That's their point. And I think the issue was always going to be on the central bank's asset purchases. And the consensus for much of this market is that this will begin this year. He's been very clear, this is data dependent, this is data dependent. And when he speaks today at the Senate, I think this is likely to be the message he will once again push.